Hello, thanks for watching thanks for tuning into my little video thing that I'm doing. I decided to do a little video because I've been in Gabon for 10 days now and it's just been ridiculous. It's kind of far too much to include on a couple of Instagrams every now and again. So basically we spent 3 days in a place called Bay de Tortue, which is like Bay de Turtles, 25 minutes outside of Libreville. And that was quite weird actually, because I would never have expected somewhere 25 minutes outside of a capital city to kind of have massive long white sandy beaches and like backed onto just jungle with hippos and elephants and jaguars and pretty much everything you can think of. So yeah, we spent 3 days here. It was quite nice, quite chilled, and then took the owner's fast speedboat to Port Gentil, which was like 3 hours down the coast. Thought it would be a little bit nicer than it was. I thought maybe, you know what, we'll see some of the coastline, maybe stop off a couple of beaches. But no, he just absolutely bombed it down, like so fast that if you didn't wear sunglasses, it felt like your eyes were going to fall out. Wasn't nice. So yeah, and then we got to Port Gentil, tried to get in one marina, no one there. Got into another port and literally the guy threw us our bags, chucked us off, didn't speak a word of English, and we're trying like, taxi. Got nothing off him. So somehow we got into the hotel and settled in and whatever. Tried to leave, like, what can we do? Can we go to town? Woman, nope. You're not allowed to enjoy yourself, nope. How can you even think of enjoying yourself when it's election time? And we're like, what? We just want to go into town. She's like, nope, too dangerous, election, nope. So yeah, we kind of were trapped in our room all night, had a curfew of 8 o'clock. And yeah, there were no staff, no bar open. There was just me, Dad, and some Congolese man shouting at his wife down the phone, which was annoying. But luckily we didn't have to stay there long. That was kind of a one-night stopover on the way to Luango National Park, which is kind of our final destination. So we kind of got up at 6 in the morning and went to the Pirogue port, which is basically the little motorised boats, and that was carnage, like just bodies everywhere, no one spoke English, so I'm pulling out GCSE French, which appears to be better than my dad's O-level French, which is something nice. And yeah, so we're supposed to leave at 8, finally got onto this boat, load of people on it, little boat, and I love Kano's new album on, fall asleep, expecting to kind of be on the road when we get there. No, still there at 9 o'clock, people still loading stuff on, and I'm like, what? And everyone's like, c'est Afrique.
C'est l'Afrique.
Kind of the motto of how it is around here. And yeah, so 6 hours into our supposed 3-hour journey on the hot, very, very smelly boat, we finally arrived on Boué, which was kind of the little town on kind of the entrance to the Luango National Park. And our saviour, Philippe, takes us into like his amazing sort of house, 21 miles outside of Omboué. We basically arrive at his house, just jungle, wild beaches, right onto the Atlantic Ocean, and we're basically camping in tents. It's probably easier to actually like turn it around and show you. So that's basically where our base was for like the past couple of days. And yeah, so yeah, that's kind of, this is our tent, this was our base. Quite basic, but there aren't many places where I've woken up, like looked out of a tent and just saw the wild Atlantic Ocean, which is quite nice. And yeah, more politics about kind of Africa. Like, so the election had been while we were in Bay de Tortue and kind of went all right. And then, so they were supposed to announce the election results the night we got here. So I kind of asked Philippe, when are we going to get the election results? He's like, oh, tonight's 7 o'clock. And Scott's 7 o'clock. When are we going to see who won the election? He's like, don't know, see in the morning. and it's more c'est Afrique. Like the election results don't even come in time. The election's actually quite funny, to be honest. It's kind of like if Disney were to do an election, this was how it would be, with the two candidates named Bongo and Ping. So yeah, that was quite weird. Ali Bongo is kind of a dictatorship in Gabon. Ali Bongo was passed kind of the reign of the country by his dad Omar Bongo, and they've basically ran it for 50 years. And I'm not sure how, well, it seems like they've done a good job, but with Omar Bongo being one of the richest men in the world, and Ali Bongo being one of the richest men in the world, maybe all the money doesn't go to Gabon, which isn't nice, but I don't know.
C'est l'Afrique.
So whatever. So yeah, in the morning we're off again. We kind of thought we were remote being here, but 100 kilometers, an hour's drive to the lagoon, and then 100 kilometers down river, we basically arrived at our kind of camp for the night, and it was literally just a prairie. We just camped on a prairie, which is kind of just some swampy grassland surrounded by jungle, and that's it. Just some more camps, no houses, just a couple of tents, a shack to make food, and that was our base. So we stocked on palm wine and plantain and just got there, and yeah, the journey down was incredible. Like, we got off the lagoon and kind of into the river, and basically just flanked either side by grasslands, jungle, mangrove, everything. We've seen so many different types of birds, animals like sitatung, which are like horn things, and we saw like probably the most amount of elephants I've ever seen. Well, yeah, the most amount of elephants I've ever seen. They kind of just came out everywhere. You see them all the time. We had some like pretty ridiculous experiences with elephants, so probably put in a video of the elephant just swimming in front of us and then suddenly shouts at us. And then we also spent about 10 minutes staring face to face with an elephant, which was probably about 6 meters away from us. So that was quite a peaceful experience, just kind of doing all that. So yeah, we got to the camp, and it was amazing. Like, the journey down, everything was, we were so far out of civilization, like proper civilization, that it was just like no phone signal, no nothing, no people, no boats, just us in our little secret spot. So yeah, I thought a while before, but now it's ridiculous. So Felipe comes over, marshy. So I kind of get up and go for a walk with him, get on the boat. And it's, on most kind of safaris things, you've got a car, you're protected, you're not supposed to get out of the car or anything. But here, literally, we just walked into the savannah, and that's kind of just elephants walking by, and we're kind of pushing it. We see elephants maybe 100 meters away, and we kind of keep walking closer and closer and closer until we're like 20 meters away from a massive herd of elephants with like 3 kids. There must have been like 10 of them with 3 little baby elephants, and it was like such an amazing sight. But then we kept pushing it, we kept walking more. Then we got into this one kind of savannah area, because there are no trails there as such, no tourist trails. We're just following the elephant trails, because the elephants just follow past through the jungle and savannah and stuff. So we were basically following their trails through the jungle, and we came into one thing. There was a mum and a little baby elephant, and we're literally walking like 10 meters away, and we're kind of staring at her. And then I've got like the end of this video, and all of a sudden she kind of walks towards us, and we slowly back off, and then she runs, and it's like, ah! And we kind of ran, well, didn't run, kind of scurried away, and Felipe just stands there smashing his knife into the ground trying to scare it away. And this elephants are actually proper wimps. It happened again, they just run off, they just run away from us.
Throw that you can't cap, can't match, can't batter. With the bars and style, I'm Don Dada. Give me the poison, living like Montana. Already gas doing bits, can't flatter.
I had it again, like probably 2 minutes later, trying to walk by the side of this little lake, and an elephant is coming, wants to come the same way as well. So we slowly back off, and then it kind of shouts at us. Felipe smacks his knife on the ground, and the elephant pegs it off. So it kind of proves that the animals don't really want to hurt you. Like, you can get maybe 10 meters away and they don't want to eat you as such or kill you. They just want to get by themselves and just run off and do what they want to do too. So that was pretty ridiculous, being like so close to elephants and stuff. And then we spent the night here, which was interesting. Like, we went to bed and there's like crocodiles. We knew there was an elephant probably 50 meters away, and there were 2 crocodiles that we knew of just like in a little swamp 20 meters away from a tent. So that was kind of weird, but you just had to get on with it. But yeah, while we were at the Akaka camp, there wasn't really any phone signal, and basically by the time, so we'd called Mum and she told us, we'd asked about the political situation, and she said, oh, Bongo's won. And Bongo wasn't supposed to win. Everything we'd heard was that Bongo's gonna lose, there's gonna be a big change, but no, Bongo had won. And Felipe, we'd tell him, because he didn't know, Felipe would tell Felipe, Bongo win. He goes, nope, no, ce n'est pas possible. Nope, not possible, not possible. And he just couldn't believe that Bongo had won. So we kind of backed down the river and we suddenly got signal. And we started to learn that, like, because me and Dad are joking around that if the world had kind of fallen apart while we were out there, we would have no idea. We're 100 kilometres from the nearest 120 kilometres from the nearest big village. Like hours away. I think we were 15 hours travel time from Libreville. And the world could have fallen apart and we would have known it. And kind of in Gabon it all gone tits up. We're learning that in Libreville, the capital, the banks have been robbed, shops have been looted. Apparently we had helicopters were dropping bombs through parliamentary buildings. Bongo had rounded up all, basically surrounded Ping's governmental compound and taken them all to prison. In Port Gentil, where we'd been earlier, exactly the same, just apparently they were both burning and on fire. They'd set fire to the prison in Port Gentil and prisoners were running around the town. So yeah, that was a bit of a surprise to come back to. And they turned basically Gabon into a prison, but they'd slowly started to, because all these riots and stuff, Bongo basically decided to shut off all the social media, all the text messages, and basically for the past couple of days here he's shut off the mobile phone signal as well. And we're walking through town today and the women come up to us like, it's a prison, no phone signal, no nothing, it's awful, it's ridiculous. So even old ladies are complaining about the situation and everything, and yeah, so it's not good.
C'est l'Afrique.
Where we are now, we've kind of been back at camp 21 kilometres from Ombue for the past couple of days, trying to find a way to get home. We're trying to get Paroc back, but everyone's like, nope, you're not allowed to go to Port Gentil. Anyone's trying to get a plane, a helicopter, anything to take us back, but no, not really much can happen. So past couple of days I've been like sat in Rose's hammock reading books, and because as everyone's kind of said, it's c'est compliqué, it's everything. Just when can we get back, Felipe? C'est compliqué. We don't know. So yeah, at the moment there isn't anything to do. Just trying to find our way back. We're probably at least 10 hours away from Libreville now, and it is Saturday, I think. Got here on Tuesday, so it's a bit of a mess. So yeah, we're going to try and leave tomorrow, see what happens. But yeah, I still don't have any phone signal or any internet, so I'm just filming this, and I'll kind of maybe put it up when I get Wi-Fi, or if it doesn't ever get sent, it's a video diary and something bad has happened. So yeah, peace.